I am Neah Evans. I am a full-time track cyclist on the British cycling programme, and I was a vet student at the University of Glasgow, and I'm now doing an online part-time masters in animal nutrition. For me, becoming a pro athlete was a little bit unusual compared to how most people get into it. I went to university here at Glasgow. I was studying to become a vet, and for the majority of the time I was actually part of the Hares and Hounds running club, and yeah, I ran. In my final year I kind of got ill, injured. It was actually my dad said, "You'd be better at cycling than running," and I was like, "Oh, whatever, Dad." But I found that I could cycle when I couldn't run. And things escalated very quickly, and at that point I was working as a vet, and it seemed a little bit of a no-brainer of I'll just take a couple of years out of being a vet to see if I can make it as a cyclist, and yeah, turns out I can. When I was working as a vet, I very much saw cycling was a hobby. It was a great hobby and it took up all my free time, and then I got offered a place on the British cycling programme, and that was one of those kind of pivotal moments where I went, I'm now getting paid to ride my bike. I'm a full-time athlete now. But I kind of almost felt a little bit of an imposter to begin with, because I still felt that I was a vet just playing at being a cyclist. And then it was actually the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast. I came back with 2 medals, and it was one of those kind of moments of not just had I medalled, but I suddenly felt I'm a proper athlete now. Since going full-time in 2017, I've been really fortunate to get quite a lot of very good results, and then last year I became world champion, and there was something very special about being able to say I'm the best in the world at that particular thing. So the next target is the World Championships in Glasgow. Very excited about that. The velodrome that I learned to ride on, you know, I wouldn't be a cyclist if this velodrome didn't exist, so there's something almost quite humbling about being able to race it for the opportunity to become world champion again. Yeah, it's a huge target, and then after that, you know, a year later, hopefully, we get to go to Paris for another Olympic Games. I think it's really easy to think once you've picked your career, that's it. You're kind of stuck with it like at Olympic. You know, if you told me when I first started at university that yes, I would become a vet, but actually I would go on to be a full-time athlete, I probably would have laughed at you and been like, not a chance, it's never going to happen. But it's amazing where things can take you if you just give them the chance. You know, I worked my way up, and it took a lot of time, but I wouldn't change it for the world now. Just try, you know, don't be afraid to fail. You might surprise yourself. When I got the Chancellor's Fund, I wasn't cycling, but it gave me the opportunity to focus a little bit more on my studies. I didn't need to worry quite so much financially. And although that wasn't directly related to me now being a professional athlete, it was all part of the kind of pathway in the process. And I was so grateful to receive it. It made a huge impact to me. Being able to help students out and experience the university lifestyle and go out and enjoy themselves, it's just, you know, a lot of people maybe can't say directly thank you to people who fund it and help support, but it does make a big difference, and it definitely is something that every student who receives a grant or an award will be so grateful for. Glasgow is a fantastic city. It's not too big, it's not too small, there's lots to kind of experience. You can get out into the hills. You know, I was a hill runner, I could get out and go running and do that relatively easily, and then when I started getting to cycling, you can get out in the, you know, good roads quite quickly to cycle. It's just, there's so much about the city that I think is brilliant. Did quite enjoy the nightlife too. That was quite fun. But yeah, I think you get the best of kind of both worlds, because you get to be a student and in the city and enjoy that kind of side of things, but you can also escape fairly easily.